Call to order the meeting for August 22nd, 2017. Could everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I get a roll call, please?
Larry Armstrong.
Here.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Here.
Sean Douglas.
Here.
Michael Howry.
Here.
Michelle Hayes.
Here. Can I get approval of the agenda, please?
I'll move. Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Yes.
Sean Douglas.
Yes.
Michael Howry.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Vote is 5-0.
Okay, approval for the minutes from the meeting of July 26, 2017.
So moved. I'll second.
Questions or comments? Roll call.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Abstain.
Sean Douglas.
Yes.
Michael Howry.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Vote is 4-0-1.
Okay, we're on to board member reports, but before we get started with that, we're going to have a moment of silence for Susan Grest. It is always sad to hear of the passing of one of our Madison Schools family. Sue Grest taught business at Madison High School and finished her career teaching keyboarding at Madison Middle School. Sue was dedicated to her students and enjoyed her colleagues. She was still a cheerleader for our schools and community right up to her passing in July. Her legacy lives on through her children and husband, but her presence is evident, especially in the Madison schools with her daughter Amy Grest, who teaches English at the middle school. Let's take a moment of silence in memory of Sue Grest. Thank you. Okay, does anybody, any board members have anything they want to report on tonight?
I'll start with attending the opening day for the teachers at the middle school. It was the first year I was able to make it, and I was glad I did. It was a very well-done event. Everybody's excited, and some of our teachers got some really nice awards, and Mr. Fisher received quite a prestigious award. And as humble as he is, he accepted it very graciously, and it was just a nice day and a nice event to attend.
Very good. Any others?
Well, I've had my hands full of 4 granddaughters in our house for a while, but I had an opportunity to go to South, and there's just nothing more exciting. See all that activity and that buzz of anticipation, and the little ones just scurrying around and showing them to their classrooms. That was just fun. I just really enjoyed that. Plus, I ran into the superintendent, so that was good too.
It was fun. It is fun, though. I'm going to pick the people at the
Yes,
front.
let's
so
go
that
ahead
we
and
can
move
do
on.
that. Since you have an executive session, you want to move up. I want to take the time this evening first to introduce 2 new staff members. We have Corey Willis, who's going to be our 3rd grade teacher, or is our 3rd grade teacher at South Elementary, and Lisa Vapetic, who is our intervention specialist at South Elementary. They both went through a vigorous vetting process, and we're very lucky in August to get such high-quality people, and I'm excited to have them as a part of our team. So welcome. And then I have some very special guests. As you know, yesterday was the big eclipse day, and Dr. Baker could not make it, but I'm sure we will honor him at another point also, and with the donation of the glasses also coming in an agenda for him. But Dr. Mike Baker, the optometrist in the village, donated 1,800 pairs of eclipse glasses to the district. Along with Cindy Chance, who was very passionate, came to me on opening day and said, I've got this. I'm really excited about this eclipse. I've got this. I want to put a video together. I'm like, go for it. Well, she recruited some very passionate young people to help. So tonight I have certificates of recognition, and I have to redo one because Cindy had a little brother confusion on the list when I typed it. I go up to him, I said, "You are?" He goes, "Well, I'm Ben." And I'm like, I'm looking through my certificates. I don't have Ben. I have Ryan. Oh, that's my brother. So we will give you a new certificate, all your own tomorrow, and I will come and present it to you in class. Okay?
Ben would like to take Ryan's. He's not sure how he's going to use it yet.
But they did a wonderful job, and it's on our website, I think, still, putting together some information on the eclipse. And then they even presented it at their PBIS assembly on Friday. So they are rock stars. But I really appreciate all the input that Cindy gave, Dr. Baker, the administrative team, because the eclipse was a learning experience, and I think everybody enjoyed the opportunity. I was at South, I think you went to North, and South had this whole little packet of things they were doing and taking observations. So it was really a neat experience for the kids to participate in. And I guess 7 years in Madison, it'll be total. So in recognition, I have a thank you certificate for Cindy Chotz. I have one for Ben Amos.
And that's showing my
Will be
age
correct.
that I go through a full family.
You're welcome. Ben Amos. And I will get you the right one. Megan Dedich. Thank you. Callie Osborne. And Dylan Torrieri. So because I'm a teacher, what did you learn about, what was the most interesting thing about the eclipse yesterday? And what were you most surprised by? Okay, Dylan.
That it would go on for like at least 2 hours or more, but I didn't know it would be that long.
Okay.
Did you get to see it at its peak at about 2:30 when you guys got home? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Anybody surprised by anything? Okay.
I was.
You were, what surprised you?
Being able to watch the eclipse.
Okay, I love it. I think I was surprised it didn't get as dark as I thought it would. Yes, ma'am.
I was surprised because we saw bats. Actually.
That was going to be mine.
Oh, you saw
At
bats.
about 2:30, the temperature dropped, and a group of
It
us
did
were
drop,
still in the
didn't it?
field.
Yeah.
And it dropped, and you could feel it, and it got darker, and at that moment, 3 bats flew by over us in the field at north, and we all were, whoa. And then they continued to stay out because they were, now awake and looking for
Confused,
food.
thinking it was
Yeah, absolutely.
dusk.
So that was my same amazing moment.
That is cool.
It's really cool.
Well, I think-
Ben?
Oh, Ben, yeah, you
Anything
can tell
from
us
fifth grade
something.
science?
Just surprised how it actually works.
Yeah. It was really cool way to experience it. I'm glad we were in school. So, thank you, everybody. And at that, none of you have to stay for the rest of the meeting. Yes, Cindy, will you get a picture and give it to me?
Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
You had a nice number?
Okay, at this time, I would like to make a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. This is going to be for the purpose of, where is my,
Last page.
there we go.
Page number 1.
How am I looking at? There we go. I would say number 1, the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of public employees. Can I get a roll call, please?
Sean Douglas,
Yes.
Michael Howry,
Yes.
Michelle Hayes,
Yes.
Larry Armstrong,
Yes.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Yes.
Vote is 5-0.
So moving right along here, reports and recommendations of the treasurer.
Thank you. I have just 3 things that aren't on the agenda. The first is, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've had to remove the Grand River Academy shared technology service agreements from the board agenda. We got word back from, actually both sides got word back from their lawyers that we can't do it. A public entity, a governmental agency cannot provide services to a non-governmental subdivision. We're a governmental subdivision. They are a private school. So I've asked them about a couple of different options and none of them are gonna work. The issue becomes they would be benefiting from tax dollars and both sides said, let's just hold off till we get further exploration, but I think we're already done exploring. I think the deal has to be just stopped. We haven't provided any service, so we really have no harm to follow.
Us or them?
Both sides, actually. They brought it up, we sent it to our attorney, and he concurred.
That's crazy because, you know, these schools that get public, you know, these private schools that get public dollars, you know, I don't know.
Right.
That's crazy, but that's too bad.
It is, because now they have to go out and hire whatever, probably more money, so they would have benefited, we would have benefited. But it's one of those things that I don't even think there's a workaround that I'd be comfortable with at this point. Let's just let that go by the wayside and
Sure.
we'll just continue to keep our eye out for other opportunities.
Okay,
So
thank you.
it was a little disappointing this afternoon because, you know, the big part was hiring 2 more part-time people to help service all 6 districts. And they'll be fine with the staff that they have to service 5. The second item I've passed out or put at your places while you were out. A couple of things. First is the Moody's, which is a credit rating group that rates the district's credit worthiness, has issued their annual comment and they have not changed our bond rating at all. When I got the draft, I sent them an email that said we have just closed our 5th consecutive year where our revenues exceeded our expenditures. We passed our first levy in 28 years and we're the most sound financially we've been in many years. And their response back was when the audit is issued, whenever that'll be late in 2017, they will do another full review. They did notice the levy, they have noticed our balances increasing, and they will readdress it at that time. So when they get the audit, I'm gonna email them and say, hey, let's raise it a little bit. You know, you were very quick to drop it and haven't raised it at all since we've done everything the last 5 years. So it's just, I guess, irritating that they're rating us lower now than I thought we should be, you know.
And
5 years ago, we should be down in that.
And once we get a better rate, we can refinance some things, right?
We could, except the funding that's on for tonight, we're actually going through the Ohio Municipal Group to get a better rating. So they're going to kind of, this really doesn't mean a lot yet.
Okay.
But they're going to kind of ignore this. The other that we have for the buildings is that special financing where the government is funding us on the interest. They give us about $600,000 a year to pay for the interest that we pay as a district. So if we refund those, that goes away and there's just no way we're going to be able to save that kind of money. We looked at it because something happened that would have triggered our ability to refinance it, and we said there's just no way to make up that kind of money. And the other debt we have, by the time they raise it, we're going to have 1 principal payment left. So it's always nice to keep looking at that, and we do look at it, but this is, should we have to go out for debt sometime in the future, I don't want to be fighting to raise the credit rating at that time. I want to adjust it now. So. And then the final item is the Capital Conference. I'm going to be registering the board and everybody who is going to be down in Columbus. But the one thing I need to know is if you want to attend the Lunch and Learn on Monday, there is an extra fee for that.
You know, and I read this when you gave it to me, and I'm not quite as interested in the Lunch and Learn as I am in the Black Caucus dinner. They have a very good topic here. And am I just excluded from that?
No, I don't believe so. So if you want to go to that, I'll sign you up for that.
I might very well be interested in that. It's Sunday night. Yes, I think I would be interested in that.
Okay. If anybody else is interested, just let me know. And if I've already registered the group, we can amend it and get you registered for the luncheon. I just like to try and get as much of it completed the first time around as possible. But I will get you registered for that. Capital Conference is one day shorter this year. It ends on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. And we will
And
do the hassle.
sessions are up against keynotes
Yeah.
now, too.
Wait,
So
what day?
we're up against a keynote.
Is it starting on a Sunday again?
It starts on Sunday, the 12th, and ends on Tuesday, the 14th.
I
But
did.
Tuesday's a full day.
When they sent out the new booklet, and I went through it, the pamphlet showing what was available, what the sessions were, was kind of confusing. They don't have it laid out the same,
Right.
so it's kind of hard to find what you want to go into. So I'm hoping that'll be different with the actual books that they give us when we get there.
Still know the app.
Oh, the app,
Yeah.
yes. I wasn't thrilled with the keynote speakers. I didn't really see any that I was all that interested in this year.
Well, maybe they didn't pay as much so that they go to the other session. I think they're experimenting with the format, so it'll be interesting to see.
Okay, barring any further questions, I'll move on. The first item on the agenda is to approve the financial reports for all funds, the fund-to-fund transfer report, and the check payment register for July 2017.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call?
Michael Howry,
Yes.
Michelle Hayes,
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Yes.
Sean Douglas.
Yes.
Vote is 5-0. The next is to accept a generous donation of 43 children's backpacks with supplies from Great Day Foundation, Great Day Child Care Learning Center to be used for students in need at Madison North and South Elementaries.
I'll move.
A second?
Questions or comments?
I'd like to say he's been a very good partner since he took over. It used to be the Stepping Stones, and he's done a lot of communication with us and was very excited to be able to do this for us.
That's fantastic. This just put a smile on my face when I read it, so thank you so much. Okay, roll call?
Michelle Hayes,
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Yes.
Sean Douglas.
Yes.
Michael Howry.
Yes.
Vote is 5-0. And the next is a resolution authorizing the sale and issuance of bond anticipation notes for the purpose of refunding a prior series of bond anticipation notes, the proceeds of which were originally used to acquire energy-efficient improvements for the school district. And this dates back to 2011. The first 5 years we rolled it at the full amount, and last year we started making principal payments.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Mike, I will need you to read section 1 through 11 of the resolution.
I'd be happy to. I will call you later on the phone to read it.
I'm kidding. Roll call, please.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Yes.
Sean Douglas.
Yes.
Michael Howry.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Vote is 5-0.
Right.
And then finally, we need to appoint a delegate and an alternate to the Capital Conference.
I did it last year and I kind of enjoyed it, so I will nominate myself if that's possible.
I think that's a fantastic nomination.
I don't know, it's a little interesting.
I give a
so-
third on that to Larry.
So we need an alternate.
Want to make it your last time?
Pastor Mike did this last year, did he not?
You
He
would have
did?
enjoyed it if you had to go.
Oh, see, I thought you were kind of the businessman over there.
I nominate Mike Howry.
Second.
Okay, so
Okay.
I need you to appoint Larry Armstrong as the delegate to the 2017 OSBA Annual Business Meeting. And in the event the delegate cannot serve, Mike Howry has been appointed as the alternate.
So moved.
I'll second. Does Mike get the stuff in the mail? I got the stuff in the mail last year. Do they send it to the alternates or just if they don't?
I think we get one packet per district.
Yeah, okay. to me.
Questions or comments? Roll call.
Jacqueline Asbill,
Yes.
Sean Douglas,
Yes.
Michael Howery,
Yes.
Michelle Hayes,
Yes.
Larry Armstrong,
Yes.
vote is 5-0. And that's all I have tonight.
Okay, reports of the administrative team.
All right, I have a few things, I'll keep it brief. But first, order of business, I plan on attending the groundbreaking on Thursday for the hotel in the village.
What time is that?
It is at 11 o'clock.
I will be there.
Okay.
I will have my little granddaughter in tow with me, but I will be there.
That is fine. I just want to tell the village how many of us to expect. So if you're able to attend,
What time is
shoot me a
that?
text, 11 o'clock. Now, I'll tell them tomorrow morning. So just shoot me a text and let me know. But I think it's a good show considering that we've been partners and excited for this venture to begin. And I've been waiting and because I think they were supposed to break ground. I thought in the spring is what I had heard. So they sent out the email rather quickly on Thursday and said, we're doing this next week. So please join us. I want to talk a little bit about enrollment. I'm very excited that this year enrollment is up, even though we are a guarantee district. The state is looking at rolling back on some of that guarantee and they're looking at enrollment trends. So by our enrollment increasing, that is a good thing for us, you know, in future budgets if they ever fix, you know, if they ever go to a true funding formula. We're up right now, I think I told you on Friday, don't quote me the numbers memorized, but I think about 77 K to 12 and then another 19 or so in the pre-K. I mean, the pre-K is really, they've been coming out of the woodwork. Like, this is the largest group we've had at the start of the school year in many years.
And they're still coming.
They are. And we'll have to figure out what to do with them when they get here. But it's exciting. It's exciting to see that, you know, I think the housing developments that are going in the village are playing a large part of that. That class that was at below, I think it was at 78 for first and second grade at South. We're now up to 89. So adding that third grade, after doing this so many years and just knowing what the numbers look like as the numbers were moving, I just knew that that was probably the best thing to do. And like I said, we're up to 89 in that grade level. So I just have to say, opening day, both for the teacher end and first day of school, it was a great thrill for me. Obviously last year, not being here for opening day, either of them, it was very satisfying just to be out in the building, seeing the kids come back. Yesterday during the eclipse at South, I've sort of, because I go there and read all the time, the little kids know me and they started to scale up. So I'll go into a third grade class and a kid will give me a hug and I'm like, oh, you must have been one of my readers in Mrs. Gale's room. But one of them was so proud. My picture's in the calendar. And, you know, gave me a high five. So I just is really, you know, people are responding to some of those types of things and the kids are great. Even the band member goes, hi, superintendent today. May not know my last name, but said, hi, superintendent. So it's good, you know, that's what we do this job for, to be amongst those kids. And that's what keeps me going every day. Alumni band night is on Friday night. Nancy has said she closes the library early on that night because first football game, alumni bands all coming together. It's a first game of the season. Quite exciting.
It's going to be a
And the
packed
weather's-
house.
Yeah, and the weather's going to be perfect.
Oh, nice.
It's good football weather. It's going to be sunny, and by the time the game ends, it will be about 53 degrees. So that's football at 95 degrees is not fun. But, you know, football on a cool fall night says that's what school's all about. And everybody's in school, and we all survived the eclipse. If you would have been here on Friday with the texts and the phone calls from various districts, what are you doing? It's like, we're having school, we're going to keep business going, and the kids were so excited, and the teachers were excited. One of the teachers at South even made their own little box to the viewer that they were showing on YouTube. So it was really
You know, and I'm so glad that we did have school, because my personal feeling is a great deal more of our young kids were able, and the teenagers too, because like if there was no school, they'd be in front of their video games. They wouldn't care about the eclipse. So I'm pleased, because I think that because we had school, many of them were able to view it that would not have viewed it at home.
It was really cool. I went to South and then I came back and there was this group left of teachers and a couple of their kids, and they're all out on that lawn outside the teacher parking lot. They're sitting in their chairs, they're looking up, and it was just such a neat experience.
Now, what do you think about the idea of just sending out a little note with, you know, in the Friday folder of, if you want to send your eclipse glasses back, we'll be keeping them for the next time around? Because I realize it's 7 years away, but I also know that teachers keep things for more than 7 years. So.
I don't have a problem with that. I do want to check with Dr. Baker, because Fish told me today he saved some for his grandkids for in 7 years, but they said, well, they're only good for 3. Because how could they expire? And then he said, well, that could be the moneymaker scheme, but I will ask Dr. Baker how long they're good for.
Sure.
If they have an expiration date.
Sure. I mean, it wouldn't be required that they
No.
send them back, but if you want to, we'd be happy to keep them
We'll
for
keep
the
'em.
next time.
Absolutely. And that's what I have for this evening. Dave?
I don't have a report tonight, so.
Okay.
Fantastic. All right. Recommendations of the superintendent?
All right, this is the standard personnel motion, and so under this motion, we're asking for the following resignations. Devin Arts is Madison High School Assistant Swim Coach. Darla Cunningham, Pre-K Assistant. Paula Nichols, Pre-K Special Needs Classroom Assistant, and to accept with regret the retirement resignation of Melissa Hull, Title I Reading Teacher, effective June 1st, 2018. We're asking you to enter into the following employment contracts. Corey Willis is a 3rd grade teacher at South Elementary under a 1-year limited contract, effective August 15th, the 2017-18 school year, at an MA Step 3. Lisa Vapetick is an intervention specialist at South Elementary School under a 1-year limited contract, effective August 17, 2017, at a BA plus 15 Step 5. And to employ Dylan Contento under a long-term substitute teacher contract from August 21st, 2017 through December 22nd, 2017, to perform the duties of Devin Arts. Each of the following substitute teachers is approved by the Lake County Educational Service Center and/or the Madison Local School District Assistant Superintendent under a 1-year limited substitute teacher contract, beginning with Stephen Bell and ending with Linda Zappatelli. To approve a change in placement on the teacher's salary schedule pursuant to ORC and the MEA negotiated agreement for the following teachers, beginning with Shane Hamilton and ending with Mike Martin. To employ Robert Skip McGill under a 1-year limited contract as a nutrition services cashier at the Madison Middle School for this 2017-18 school year, effective August 15th. The following persons under a 1-year each limited contract as a preschool assistant at the hourly rate of compensation listed below, and that's from August 15th through May 25th, 2018, Katie Polis. The following person under a 1-year limited contract as a preschool teacher at the hourly rate of compensation listed below for 6.5 hours per day per scheduled preschool day, effective August 15th through May 25th, Alicia Fleischer. To employ the following persons each as casual day-to-day substitutes and at the board-approved rate of compensation for the 17-18 school year, beginning with Diane Coe and ending with Catherine Morgan. The following certificated personnel, each under a 1-year limited supplemental contract for the 17-18 contract year, beginning with David Nagan, MHS Assistant Girls Tennis Coach, and ending with Thomas Brady, MMS Athletic Director. The following non-certificated persons under a 1-year limited personal service contract for the 2017-18 school year for the position and rate of compensation listed below, beginning with Robert Kilpatrick, MHS Drama Fall Play, and ending with Joe LaRosa, MHS Assistant Football Coach. And then amending the following contracts. To amend the contract of Lauren Mahorek, to reflect a change in her years from 3 years to 4, and her rate of compensation to $46,511, and to amend the supplemental contract of Art Zengraf, Board Motion 104-17, to reflect a change from high school cross-country coach to middle school cross-country coach at .1317 years. And that's the personnel motion.
ESL.
Oh, did I miss that? Oh, to increase hours worked for Julio Gutierrez, ESL assistant, from 3½ hours to 6½ hours per day.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments?
I'd like to see Bob McGill in the school. He's a coworker of mine for many years, the Willoughby Fire Department. If there's an emergency, or somebody's choking, or there's a fire, or something needs immediate action, he's a good guy to have around.
Okay. And he's in the cafeteria, so that'll be good.
Roll call?
Sean Douglas.
Yes.
Michael Howery.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes.
Yes.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Yes.
Vote is 5-0.
Okay, now, I have to excuse myself because I had to leave at 7:45, and it's just that time. And Sean, can you take over the meeting?
Yes.
The whole 5 minutes that's left of it? All right, you have a
See if I can
great
switch.
night. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Sure. All right, and we have, oh, there are animals in there too. Don't
Oh,
forget
thank
that. You're welcome. The consent calendar tonight, we have several items on that. To approve a contract between the Madison Local School District and Hogan Transportation for the transportation of students for the 17-18 school year. To approve a contract between the Madison Local School District and Belfair Jewish Children's Bureau, Monarch, to provide education and related services for students served outside Madison Local School District. To approve a contract between the Madison Local School District and Fairport Harbor Schools to provide educational and related services for students served outside Madison Local School District. And to approve a contract between the Madison Local School District and Mentor Board of Education Care School to provide educational and related services for students served outside the Madison Local School District. To approve a contract between the Madison Local School District and Crossroads to provide a set of comprehensive behavioral health prevention, intervention, assessment, and treatment services for children, youth, and families in school-based settings. And to approve the following volunteer coaches and advisors. Emily Moracek with the MHS dance team, and ending with Emma Miller, MHS girls soccer.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Do we normally contract pretty much the same services from the same schools every year?
Yep. Those are some of our higher end, they call it low incidence, right?
Yes.
It's low incidence, but high needs special ed that we can't service within the district.
Any additional discussion? Roll call.
Michael Howery.
Yes.
Michelle Hayes. Oh, sorry, she's not here. Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Yes.
Sean Douglas.
Yes.
Vote is 4-0. You should note that.
Second, public participation is now open to anyone in the audience. Seeing none. Is there a need for executive session or an additional executive session?
I have no need for an additional executive session.
Motion for adjournment?
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Larry Armstrong.
Yes.
Jacqueline Asbill.
Yes.
Sean Douglas.
Yes.
Michael Howery.
Yes.
Vote is 4-0.
We stand at recess.